Happy New Year, new me, isn't that what they say? I promised myself I wouldn't keep dating my videos in the new year, but here I am, so hopefully I can upload this relatively timely. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new, hi and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 6 ways to get yourself on a good writing schedule so that you can achieve your writing goals for 2020. Not to toot my own horn, but if there's one thing in this world I think I'm good at, it's scheduling and planning. I managed to write a novel this week while working full-time, while pursuing 2-ish YouTube channels and doing a bunch of other stuff. So I want to kind of talk about how I got myself on a schedule and what worked for me in order to accomplish my writing goals. Of course, everyone's different, and I hate people that think they know it all on the internet, so I'm not trying to be like that, but these are just some tips that I've developed that have helped me, and I wanted to share them online. So if you guys love reading and writing as much as I do, I hope you will consider subscribing to this channel. Now let's go ahead and dive right in. ASMR. We always need a snack for our videos. Before we begin, I want to get across a key point. We are going to be talking about how to create sustainable writing habits, not perfect ones, because you really want something that you can incorporate into your day in and day out. So number 1, quantify how much you want to accomplish every single day. Set a word count goal or a chapter count goal for yourself. Me personally, I find that 1,000 words a day is realistic for me. I try not to skip any days, with the exception maybe of vacations or some holidays. I try whenever I am in the creating stage to write 1,000 words a day, and that is sustainable for me. Working at my day job, an internal audit, exercising regularly, having somewhat of a social life, and then just taking some time for myself. So that helps me accomplish something tangible every single day. It keeps me accountable, and it helps me know that I'm making progress towards that end goal. So think about your schedule and what's realistic for you, how many hours you work at a day job, and so on, and then determine how much you want to accomplish every single day and hold yourself accountable to that. Differentiate between essential and non-essential activities. So your essential activities are those things that you have to do on a daily basis in order to survive, such as go to work, take a shower, fitness. And then your non-essential things are things that are important, but they're not required to be performed daily. These types of things are washing your car, doing laundry, going to happy hours. So what you really want to do is you want to minimize your non-essential items, or save it all for the weekend, or just do something like that so you can have a lot of time for your essential activities. Me personally, I consider writing an essential activity, so I'm always working my schedule around that. If that means not doing my hair for work in order to get my 1,000 words, that's what that is. If it means shortening my workout, I do that. On days like where I know I'm going to go to happy hour with a friend, or it's Saturday and I know I really need to wash my car and clean my bathroom and do my laundry and also go out at night and, do something with family or friends. I really try to strategize and plan out for that during the week. So that might mean I write 1,200 words, 2 days a week, and then write 600 words on Saturday instead of writing 1,000, or it could just mean like taking one Saturday off and, writing 2,000 words on Sunday, or just whatever it is in order to achieve my goals and also be realistic within the obligations of my life. So identify what's essential and what you have to do on a daily basis and what is non-essential, and see where you can find some wiggle room. Number 3, I find that giving yourself a shorter amount of time to accomplish your goals will make you more productive. If I think I'm going to go sit in a coffee shop on a Saturday and stay there from 12 to 6 p.m., I'm going to get distracted. I might write for a good hour or so, but then I'm going to need to go to the bathroom. I'm going to need to get a snack. I'm going to need to check my phone, my emails, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Pinterest. And, there goes, boom, an hour and a half of your day. Whereas if you kind of tell yourself, hey, I'm going to write for an hour every single day, and that's it. You're going to be so hyper-focused throughout that hour. You're going to fly through it, and you're going to give it your all because you think, oh, I have no more time in my day. I have to make the most out of this time. So kind of trick your brain and actually give yourself smaller chunks of time to work on items. I know it's called some sort of method, like the Pomodoro method or something. I don't know. I'll write it on the screen. I read about it once in a Business Insider article, like many things. Number 4, go in with a strong mental and physical state. So have your water, have your coffee, have your snacks on hand so you're not thinking about your stomach hurting because you're so hungry or you have to pee so bad and you're wasting all this time like going to take a pee break and then going to find snacks, and before you know it, it's like 11:30 and you really need to go to bed in order to get up for work the next day. So I find that just taking like 5 or 10 minutes before I start and going to grab a seltzer and a piece of fruit or whatever, I find that I can be much more productive if I have that kind of stuff on hand and I'm not thinking about it or thinking like, do I get a piece of fruit or do I get some chips? It just gets me in a better state, I think, like physically and emotionally, and I can concentrate a lot better if my body is fed and if I'm content. Number 5, realize you're going to have to give up things that other people do if you want to be successful. So what that means for me is like 2 or 3 hours every night. I'm not on social media. I'm not on YouTube. I'm not watching TV. I'm writing, and other people may be relaxing and watching TV or interacting with others on social media, but I decided to give that up on the daily in order to give myself more time to write. Now, generally, I will relax like a half hour or so before bed, but I don't relax very much on the daily basis, and that's something that I gave up to achieve this goal. For you, it might mean getting up very early on a Saturday morning and spending extra time on your writing. But just acknowledge the fact that if you do have a 9-to-5 job and you have a passion, whether it be writing or something else, you are going to have to make some sort of sacrifices in your life to achieve your goals. 6, keep your end game in the back of your mind. Notice I said the back of your mind. If you keep your end game right here, you're going to be blinded by it and you're going to rush through your novel and it's not going to be ready when you send it out to query. Trust me, I know, I've been there. I am a J in the Myers-Briggs system, and that means I like things decided, done, and an output result. So for me, it can be hard to have that patience, to trust my intuition, to trust the process, to be day in and day out. So I don't want this to be like dangling over me, like you need to get 90,000 words by such and such a date. But I do want to keep it in the back of my mind because it helps me be confident in my work. Like if I know I'm already 25,000 words in to my 90,000 word novel, like, hey, I'm doing pretty dang good. I'm about a quarter of the way through. Like I've actually accomplished something. And so I think it is important to think about, where you want to be, when do you want to publish, give yourself a date on Amazon or do something like that. But it shouldn't like take precedent over the process or doing your day in and day out work. But I find that whenever I think about where I want to be 6 months from now, when I think about how far I've come in relation to my novel, I can be more productive because I have more confidence because I've actually produced tangible work, or I know there's like actually a tangible deadline for me, like going to a writer's conference or publishing on Amazon or whatever. So I hope these 6 tips helped you get into a good mental state to achieve your writing goals in 2020. Let me know what your writing goals are in the comments below. I would love to interact with you on any of my social media. It's always linked in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!